Severus II, born Flavius Valerius Severus in the late 3rd century, was a Roman emperor who ruled from 305 to 307 AD. His reign marked a period of political instability within the Roman Empire, following the complex and often turbulent tetrarchy system established by Emperor Diocletian. Though his time on the throne was relatively brief, Severus II's rise to power and subsequent fall offer important insights into the politics and internal struggles of the late Roman Empire. Severus II's early life is largely undocumented, but it is believed that he came from humble beginnings in the region of Illyricum, an area that was an important source of military talent for the Roman Empire. It is likely that Severus, like many other future emperors of his time, began his career in the military, serving in the ranks of the Roman legions. His military acumen and loyalty eventually caught the attention of the emperors of the Tetrarchy, particularly Diocletian, who had reorganized the empire into a system where rule was divided among multiple leaders in an attempt to manage the vast empire more effectively. Severus's service as a general under Diocletian and his co-emperor Maximian set the stage for his rise to imperial power. He was eventually appointed to a prominent position in the imperial administration, likely as a result of his skills in leadership and strategy. The Tetrarchy was a political system created by Diocletian in 293 AD to address the empire's growing challenges. It divided control of the Roman world among 2 senior emperors, Augusti, and 2 junior emperors, Caesars. Diocletian and Maximian were the 2 Augusti, while Constantius Chlorus and Galerius were the 2 Caesars. The system was meant to stabilize the empire by ensuring that different regions were governed by leaders who could respond swiftly to external threats. In 305 AD, after a long and successful reign, Diocletian and Maximian voluntarily abdicated in an unprecedented move. Diocletian handed over his power to Galerius, his Caesar, while Maximian's retirement left the way open for Severus II to be promoted as the new Augustus in the West, succeeding Maximian in that role. Severus II's elevation to emperor came amidst the complexities of the Tetrarchy's succession. When Diocletian abdicated, he had arranged for the orderly transition of power. Severus, having been promoted to Augustus, was tasked with ruling the Western Roman Empire, a domain that included the provinces of Gaul, Hispania, and Britain. However, Severus's reign was immediately marked by a significant challenge. His position was not uncontested. One of the central figures in this struggle was Maxentius, the son of the retired emperor Maximian. Maxentius believed that he was the rightful ruler of the West, as his father had been Augustus in that region. In 306 AD, Maxentius, backed by his father and a faction of the Roman military, revolted against Severus II's rule. This resulted in a direct conflict between the two, with Severus trying to maintain control of the western provinces. The rivalry between Severus and Maxentius was a significant moment in the history of the Tetrarchy. Despite his military background, Severus found himself at a disadvantage. While Severus had the support of Galerius, the senior emperor in the east, Maxentius was able to garner considerable support from the Roman populace and the military. The critical turning point in the conflict came when Severus, attempting to quell the rebellion, led an army to Rome in 307 AD. However, the march to Rome was disastrous. Severus's forces were defeated, and he was eventually captured by Maxentius. After his capture, Severus II was executed by Maxentius, marking the end of his short reign. Severus's death was a clear indication of the fragility of imperial power during this period. His overthrow by Maxentius also reflected the deep divisions within the Roman political system, as rival claimants sought to carve out their own rule. Severus II's reign, though brief, is significant for a number of reasons. First, it underscores the volatile nature of the Tetrarchy system. While the Tetrarchy was designed to stabilize the empire, The rivalry between its members often led to internal conflict, with ambitious rulers like Maxentius challenging the authority of their counterparts. Severus's downfall at the hands of Maxentius is one of many instances where imperial succession led to brutal struggles for power. Second, Severus's rule is part of a larger narrative about the transformation of the Roman Empire. The period of the Tetrarchy ultimately failed to provide long-term stability, paving the way for the rise of Constantine the Great. Maxentius's victory over Severus and his control over Rome would not last long either, as Constantine, who had been a co-ruler in the West, would eventually defeat Maxentius in 312 AD at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, a key turning point in the Roman Empire's history. Lastly, Severus II's reign illustrates the growing importance of military loyalty and the role of generals in determining imperial legitimacy. The fact that Severus, despite his military experience, was unable to maintain his power against a rival claimant like Maxentius shows the fragile nature of imperial authority during this period, which was often determined by the favor of the army and the support of powerful factions. Although Severus II's reign was short and ended in failure, it remains an important moment in the history of the Roman Empire. His rise to power and subsequent defeat by Maxentius reflect the internal divisions and power struggles that characterized the late Roman Empire, especially during the turbulent period of the Tetrarchy. While Severus did not achieve lasting success, his brief reign serves as a reminder of the ever-present challenges faced by Roman emperors and the fragile nature of imperial authority in an empire facing significant internal and external pressures.